Hi! Today we're talking about shoes and boots and how to find the right one for you. It's not always an easy choice, or is it? Stay tuned and let's find out. You hear all this talk about people comparing boots and trail runners. One say you have to use boots, that's everything you need. Another one says you have to use a trail runner, that's what you need. And don't get me starting when it comes to Gore-Tex. Can we just agree that it is worthless when used in shoes? I mean, it is supposed to make the shoe waterproof, but in the best case scenario, it's just a little bit water resistant. In my experience, it works fine when used in clothes like a rain jacket, but when used in shoes, it doesn't work. With one exception, in my opinion, it is if you use a Gore-Tex liner together with a leather outer. That works okay. So, is there not a waterproof shoe or boot out there? Well, yes, there is. Rubber boots. And of course, if you have a very well taken care of leather boot with or without Gore-Tex, that will and can of course withstand a lot of water for sure. But other than that, no. So, how will you choose your shoes? Well, if you want a waterproof shoe or boot, I already gave you the answer. It's rubber boots or a very well taken care of leather boot. But if you want to make a choice based on how it performs, you have to ask yourself a couple of questions. Number one is, where are you going to hike? Number two, what is the weather going to be like? Is it summer, winter, wet, dry? Number three is, what is your load? Do you have a heavy backpack or a light backpack? Number four, how far will you go? When you have all these questions clear, then you choose your shoes. Let's say you are a traditional hiker with a little bit more in your backpack. Not so focused on distance, and maybe a weekend warrior that likes spending time on the trail and in camp. I would say a leather boot or a mid boot is perfect. It will keep your feet dry most of the time, support and protect your ankles and feet. Another scenario is the opposite. An ultralight thru hiker with dialed in gear that want to cover a long distance for a long period of time. Weight is of utmost importance, and heavy shoes will only slow you down. A lightweight, well-cushioned trail runner or trail shoe without Gore-Tex is perfect, so that you can cover that distance or water crossings without removing your shoes and let both your feet and shoes dry overnight. In between those two hikers and extremes, you find the rest of us. And for us, I don't think the choice is that difficult really. Just take what you have or buy a pair that fits your feet and feel most comfortable. Just make sure that you have a good grip, like a Vibram sole or equivalent. It doesn't matter if it is a trail runner, trail shoe, boot or whatever, but you have to be prepared for what you choose. What I mean by that is, a trail runner might not be for you if you carry a heavy load or need support for your ankles. It is also not very good to use off-trail because of the lack of support and not being so durable. And you don't climb any mountains with them. A boot, on the other hand, might not be such a good idea if you stick to the trail, use lighter gear, have a high pace, walk a far distance, or walk in a very hot and dry climate. But it is perfect for off-trail hiking, mountain adventures, and cold weather. You might also want to consider that if you choose a non-water resistant shoe, your feet will get wet. So in that case, bring a pair of extra socks, plastic bags, or waterproof socks to wear inside your shoe while in camp. The best recommendation I can give is listen to your needs and what your body is capable of. There are a lot of shoes out there and you can't try them all, so do listen to people with experience, but choose your shoes based on your data. And don't be afraid to try something new. Yes, if only for a day hike use? Well, I use all the 3 pairs that you have seen in the video actually. But since I do most 3-season hiking, I stick on the trail most of the times. 9 times out of 10 I use a trail runner. But I also like my short boots. They are almost the same weight as the trail runners. They give me a little bit more water resistance and a little bit of support. That's it for today, and thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video a little bit useful anyway. If you have any questions about my shoes, your shoes, any shoes or whatever, just leave a comment down below and I will come back to you as soon as I can. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to support the channel, and see you next week. Bye bye.